answer. I suck at intros. I'm just gonna get into it, okay? Hey guys, it's Sahur here. I asked on my Instagram if you guys had any questions, because I wanted to do a Q&A video, and here I am doing a Q&A video. I have tons of pictures of this look and like little tutorials on my Instagram, and hopefully I will have full tutorials up on YouTube by the time you see this. If I do, then there'll be the links like here or in the description box, so check those out if you're interested. Where are they? I can't find them anymore. Oops. I'm just gonna go through these questions that people asked me on Instagram when I said that I was gonna do a Q&A video. If you have any more questions, just ask me below. I'll answer them, and if there's lots, I will happily do another Q&A video. Okay. What is my dream job besides becoming a makeup artist? Now, I know this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but my dream job isn't actually becoming a makeup artist. Like, I'm not really comfortable doing makeup on other people, and that's basically what makeup artists do. Maybe that's because I haven't had enough experience, because usually I just do makeup on myself. I don't have a sister, so I'm always practicing on myself, and I'm really comfortable doing makeup on myself, and doing makeup on other people is generally more challenging. So I'm not really fond of being a makeup artist. I'm just really like a makeup enthusiast. So that would not be my dream job. Okay, so I know this next bit's gonna come off as a little bit of a surprise because, yeah, I have an entire separate account where I post like drawings, paintings, and makeup, and henna, and I'm going to university and doing accounting and finance. All of that doesn't really add up, but like, okay. My dream job would be having my own bakery. Yeah. I know that sounds a little bit weird because I never post about baking or cooking for that matter, but it's just like, I've done henna on people, I've done makeup on people, I've drawn people, I've painted people, I've done everything for myself and for others, but nothing makes me as happy as feeding people. Like, it's just, I don't like cooking so much. I like baking a lot more than cooking, and so whenever it's someone's birthday, I'll always volunteer to make the cake because, I don't know, I'm a feeder. I like feeding people. I like just watch them eat, and I feel so good if they like what I made. Like, when people say they don't like my makeup or my henna or my art, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine, you can have your own opinion. But when someone does not like something I baked, that is serious, okay? I don't let that go easily. Like, I will try again and again and again and again and again till they do. Honestly, like, my baking's not pretty, so I don't post about it on my art account, but when it becomes pretty, I will. Do I like horses? Yeah, horses are kind of cool. Where do I see myself in 10 years? I don't know. I hope, like, wherever I am, I'm really happy. That sounds really cliche, but like, I hope, like, however my life is, I chose for it to be that way. I didn't just settle for it, like, just go like, okay, yeah, whatever. That's a quote. I don't know who it's by, but it's a quote, I want wherever I am in 10 years to be a result of my choices and active decisions rather than just, things that other people wanted me to do and I just followed along. Can you speak Punjabi? For those of you that don't know, I am from Lahore, which is in the Punjab area of Pakistan, and to answer the question, no, I can't. Like, I can understand Punjabi, about 50% of it. But if you asked me to speak it, like, I would be so uncomfortable and I would mess up so much. So I don't count that as speaking. Okay, what pushed me to start a YouTube channel? I spoke about that briefly in my TMI tag, but really what it was that I had a lot of friends who wanted me to, because when we would go out, I would wear a certain type of makeup and they would ask me how I did it. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, you know, but it took time because I find filming so difficult, so difficult. So it took time to happen and I still am like getting the hang of it, but the good news is I can only get better. My friend Michelle is asking, do you like Michelle? I love Michelle. And I'm not just saying this because you asked, but Michelle, you're one of the most genuine and kind-hearted people I've ever known. Between all Disney princesses, who would you like to be and why? Alright, so a lot of Disney princesses kind of just, you know, existed till it was their time to find Prince Charming. Except for Mulan and Belle, and if I had to pick, I would pick between them because Mulan was like such a strong character and she just, you know, she was like a go-getter, like she just went and did it and she didn't care. And Belle was like, Belle read a lot. I wish I had time to read more. She was so like educated and cultured and overall gentle, so I really admire that about her. So yeah. What is my funniest memory? Okay. I graduated from high school a couple of months ago, and January this year we were having an event to raise money for our prom, my entire year. And what we had was a dance concert, and everyone in the year was split into like little groups, and people were either managing lighting or, you know, making like DJing the music, or we were dancing, and I was dancing with a couple of my friends and we danced to this Indian song called Balam Pichkari, and it's a really nice song, it's from a really nice movie. So we rehearsed for 2 weeks, right? Nothing went wrong in rehearsals. Rehearsals were perfect. Everything was fine. Everyone was perfectly good, and I made absolutely like no mistakes in the rehearsal, okay? Like I got everything, and things I didn't get, they helped me, but you know, I didn't mess up or fall or anything. So obviously in the actual, like, you know, performance, I fell. Like in the middle. Like my foot twisted and I fell. I got up immediately, like I fell and I got up, and all of that was over within a second and a half. But a friend of mine had been filming all the performances and she happened to get me falling on camera. So I got back up and everybody was clapping, and then it was over, and a lot of the people that were dancing with me, they were my closest friends and they didn't see me fall. So after our performance, they were on my friend's phone and they were like rewatching the footage of me falling over and over and over again, and it was funny, but I was so embarrassed. I was like, no, stop. So we had a lot of fun with that, and then we kept that footage because I wanted to play it in our farewell assembly. And as farewell assembly got closer, I saw this vine that inspired me to edit the footage in a third son fashion. And I'm just gonna put the footage after I'm done talking. And everyone I show this video to laughs for like a good 2 minutes straight. So if you're having a bad day, I hope this makes you feel better. That's my funniest memory. At what age did you begin being interested in makeup, hair, etc.? Okay. When you say etc., I'm hoping you mean like henna and art. So I'll start with the earliest. When I was 3 years old, my aunt was 13. She used to buy like chart paper and we used to like draw. And then when my mom or her mom would call her to go do some work, I would swap our papers because I was 3-year-olds and how could I draw? Like obviously the 13-year-old aunt would draw better than me. And she'd come back and I'd be like, huh, look at your drawing, it's so bad, mine's so good. She's like, that's my drawing. And I'm like, no, I did this. You did that. So that's when I started being interested in drawing. I always drew on the side, but I didn't really pick it up until about 2011 because that was when I started doing art as like a subject for my IGCSE, so I started taking it seriously. But it was always something I was like, yeah, I can do it, you know. So art has been like on the sides for a couple of years, but it's been like significant for the past 3 to 4 years. When did I begin being interested in makeup? Again, I always had like a little bit of interest in makeup, but I started playing around with makeup when I was 12 years old. I was bullied in school and I thought that makeup would make me prettier and then they'd like me more and I'd have more friends if I was prettier, which wasn't true. But that's what got me started in makeup. Like, I don't use makeup now because I want people to be friends with me. I think I have more things going for people to want to be my friend. It's more a hobby for me now, but when I was like, 12 and really insecure, it got me through a lot of days, so there'll always be that. Hair, again, around 3 to 4 years ago, I moved to Singapore from Dubai, and I don't know, we had free lessons. I played with my friend's hair. Also, my hair started growing out. Like, when I was in Dubai, my hair was about this long, like here, and then when I got here, it started growing and growing and growing, so there were more styles I could do with it. Also, henna. I got interested in that when I moved here from Dubai, which was 4 years ago. I'm Pakistani and I lived in Dubai, which is in the Middle East, and both of those places there's a really big henna culture, so you find a lot of artists who do a really good job for a reasonable price. Now, when I moved here and it was like Eid and I got henna done and it cost me $50 and it was really, really crappy and I got really mad, I was like, you know what, I'll try myself. And it took a while for me to get used to it. Like, initially I could not even get straight lines, but again, it's been 3 to 4 years and I get better every time I try it again and again and again. And that's with everything. Like, the more you try, every art form, the more you try, the better you get. Name 3 things that make you smile. Okay, first of all, it's my family, because they've honestly, like, I was such a little shit growing up. They've put up with me for so long, and they're just, my type of people. Like, we enjoy each other's company a lot. Then, really good food. Like, honestly, if you bring me really nice food, like, I could take a really bad day and it could become a really good day if I have nice food. Like, then the third thing that makes me smile is all of you guys, people who watch my video. Like, I'm not really big on YouTube or anything, so every single view means a lot to me. Every single subscriber, every single person that follows my Instagram, every single person that likes my pictures, it means so much because it's so, like, rewarding and nice to know that there's so many people out there that want to support me on this journey that I'm not sure is headed where. So, yeah. would you consider teaching makeup and henna in Singapore? Sure. I don't mind. It's just, I don't really think a lot of people would want to learn from me because I only have one of everything. And if I was to have a makeup class, like, I don't know how I would teach you, you know? I'm not gonna be like, oh, here's one brush, I'm gonna use it, and then you use it, and then we pass it on, you know? So in order for the class to be effective, I'm going to have to buy you the products, which I'm fine doing. I can just, you know, put that in the price of the tickets for the class, but then the tickets will end up being like $100, and honestly, like, why would you pay $100 to learn makeup from me? Like, come on. I will be willing, but I feel like there's better use for your money. Which two LA Girl Pro concealers would you recommend for a medium skin tone person for contouring? Okay. Judging by, okay, because I can see the person who commented this picture, right? Your skin tone looks pretty much the same as mine, probably a little bit fairer, so you should use Creamy Beige to highlight, and I use Espresso to contour, but you can use Beautiful Bronze as well. Beautiful Bronze is a little bit more, it's not as dark, but there isn't that much of a difference. When contouring with these concealers, the main thing is to limit how much product you use, because you could use a really dark shade, but if you use like the right amount, it would be fine. So where do I usually purchase my makeup from? Okay, a lot of my makeup is online. Like, I know shipping is a lot, especially to Singapore, but what I try to do is I try to set aside money every month and spend it. Obviously, if it's something that I need to match my skin tone to, like foundation or concealer, a lot of lipsticks and blush and a lot of things, like I would just go to Sephora and Watsons and buy. But I prefer to do a lot of shopping online because especially in Singapore, everything is really, really expensive. So yeah. Also, if you're like a budding makeup enthusiast and you want a website where you can get stuff where it's not that expensive but it's really, really good, I strongly recommend you check out bhcosmetics.com. I will link it. When I was just starting out using makeup, I started out with a lot of BH products, and it was really like my gateway into products, into like, you know, doing makeup like I do, because they were really affordable. Aside from being affordable, they always have like new sales, so you always get to like try new things. Their products are really good for their price. Obviously, they're not as good as high-end, but really, like, for its price, it's amazing. And honestly, their eyeshadow palettes are so good, and some of them aren't like so pigmented, but all you need is some MAC Fix Plus, and any eyeshadow ever becomes really pigmented. Like, Fix Plus is definitely something everyone needs to have. Why are you so beautiful? You guys are so sweet to me. I'm not, but thank you. Sophie. Thank you, Sophie. You're so kind. You make me happy. Okay, that was all. I really hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you did, share with your friends as well. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you have a lovely day.